Hello guys, this is another video of the videos that I said I'm going to be recording, and in this time I'm going to talk about the use of emotion and how to simplify the use of media queries using emotion. So emotion is a framework that lets you gives you the ability to create style components, which is basically CSS in JS. So normally when we are doing web development, we need to specify a class for the changes that we want to use using CSS. In this case, I'm using JSX, so I will need to specify the class name, and my class name can be my h1 or whatever. And then in my h1, I will need to add styles in the CSS that is linked to my project, and emotion gives you the ability to have these rules in the JS itself. So let's say here you can create your CSS and this will be computed. And the advantage is that you can create those components and name those components in here, and you can create the span or whatever, or also you can create style components from React. And also the other ability or advantage is that this generates a CSS hash for you, so you ensure that you are not overriding anything. Like for example, if you use the same class across different things, and then you have some specific rules, this will not be changed but by the other rules. So this encapsulates perfectly your CSS, so you ensure that all the rules that you are setting here are being contained in this usage only. So let me show you the use case. The use case that we had is that we wanted to customize depending on the breakpoint, adding different rules. Like for example, in this case, we are changing the background for the background color for the container, and also we are changing the width in here for the image. So let's say that we are going to have a bunch of style components in our pages. So this is going to be boilerplate generated because we need to specify it in all the components, in all the size components that we have, in all the files that we have. So to prevent that from happening, we were having some issues where some of us were using this 576 and some were using 567. So we didn't want to have that. So in my free time, I created a package that allows you to simplify the usage, reduce the boilerplate, and also in the future I'm planning to adding a customizable layers so you can specify your custom breakpoints or your custom media queries. So let me show you how it works. So we are going to import sm from emotion responsive, and then in this case we were using the full media query. So instead of using the full media query, I am using template literals from ES6, so we can just do sm like this and it'll work in the same way that we had. So if we compare the two outputs, this is a few only a few characters compared to this one, so we prevent the generation of boilerplate, and also we prevent others from using different media queries that we don't want in our project. So we ensure consistency, we ensure better maintainability in the case that we want to change the media queries, and this will be available soon. So let's say we want to change all of them so we can see the real advantage and the real change in here. So let's see. I haven't imported MD, so let's import MD and LG, which are the breakpoints that we want to use here. So let's change this one as well. Okay, right now if we compare all the characters that we had before versus the one that we have now, it's simpler, it's cleaner, and it's going to be easier to maintain. So whenever we see these things, we ensure that we are using the media queries. We can identify which breakpoint do we have here, and not need to prompt or to to specify the whole media query. So we can do copy paste easier, and also we will be able to change it from the configuration file. So this is pretty much it, the examples. So right now the advantage is that we can have media queries and we don't need to generate a lot of boilerplate. We have consistency, and now it works perfect. So I use the color palette from Adobe. So I'm going to be pasting these links in the video description so you can check it out and play with it, as well as the link for the Code Sandbox project that I'm using here and the Emotion documentation. So guys, if you have any questions and if you would like to learn something specific about emotion or media queries or any other topic regarding frontend, I can help you and I can work on it. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Thanks for watching.